most popular cars in the world, Suzuki SWACE, also disguised under the name of Toyota COROLLA Touring Sports. Nothing shocking, nothing new, just two car manufacturers having a partnership. Yet I think neither Suzuki nor Toyota would like to hear me say that these two cars are essentially the same. Why not? It's like being married and saying that you're not. Well, come to think of it, there are reasons sometimes. But anyway, let's leave those marital games aside. I wonder, what makes this car so desirable? It can't just be money, because there are cheaper cars out there. So what is it? All right, show me what a geek you are. What are the differences between Toyota and Suzuki? It's not that easy, so I shall guide you. We have a different bumper, different grille design, and the badge is in a different place. And that's about it. Even the alloys are exactly the same. So SWACE starts from £29,000 in the UK. Just to give you an idea, Toyota is £2,500 more expensive, but it also offers more equipment, hence the higher price.
1, 2, 3.
Let's have a look what we've got under the bonnet. A 1.8 litre naturally aspirated engine. This is a traditional hybrid, which means it charges itself as you drive, versus a plug-in hybrid that you plug in to a wall socket. The total power being produced is 122 horses, not a wild animal, but probably enough for urban family car. This is a front-wheel drive car, and we have CVT gearbox. That'd be interesting, but anyway, that's enough about the numbers under the bonnet. All right, SWACE, let's swag and see how quick you are. I am in D mode, not in B. Just so you know, I have sport mode, which I'm going to activate. I will also disarm the electronic stability control if I can. Yes, I can. We don't need the nanny. Can I do anything else? Nope, I think that's about it. So, foot on the brake, foot on the throttle. Let's warm you up a bit. And off we go. Come on, SWACE. Chop, chop. So the declared 0 to 100 is 11.1 seconds. And I am 8.69. Jesus, I'm this good? Not bad. 8.69 versus 11.1 seconds. The top speed is 180 kilometers an hour. Damn! My timing is simply impeccable. Very good for my ego. It is smooth and comfy over bumps and imperfections, reasonably quiet. On the motorway at higher speeds, there is a little bit of tire noise and wind noise, but generally speaking, it is a very decent long distance cruiser. Relaxing and so cheap to run. So in town, you're looking at just 4 liters. Town and motorway, 5 liters, which is why I love hybrids of all sorts. Now, in terms of which hybrid is right for you, you just have to evaluate your lifestyle. I might actually do a separate video on hybrid types and uses. A bit of an educational video. Would you watch that? Let's see if you're paying attention. Let me know in the comments below. But I think hybrid cars, generally speaking, versus electric cars, are far more suitable for the vast majority of people as of today, because they give you the freedom and the flexibility. And with electric cars, well, let me put it this way, it can be a bit of an exercise, to say the least. It's easy to drive and maneuver this car in and out of car parks. Got light but responsive steering, good all-round visibility. On a twisty road, the handling is actually very good because the chassis feels stable and safe. But what happens when I slam the throttle pedal? Ay, 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 ay. It feels as if there isn't enough punch coming out. That's thanks to this CVT gearbox, which starts to produce this droning sound pretty much right away. And it makes you feel, well, slightly limited. But you see, moral of the story is that the engine, the gearbox, this relationship feels best around town with light foot and region braking, the B mode. And to activate, you just flick the gear lever and then you hardly touch the brake pedal, or of course long distance journeys. This isn't a car for revving hard, unless of course you want to lose your hearing, then by all means. Having said that, yesterday I have found myself in a rather peculiar situation. I was in the middle of Warsaw. It's a pretty large town, nearly 2 million people. All of a sudden, I have found myself in the middle of an intersection, one of those without traffic lights, which in many countries means the faster and the more confident you are, you've got the right to go. I wasn't quite sure if I've got enough punch to get me flying over this intersection. Tell you what, drivers in Warsaw are very aggressive, and you must stay alert all the time. You mustn't be shy. I was a little bit paralyzed. Do I press go? Do I press no? So I've pressed pause instead. They say men can't multitask. Well, let me tell you, it happens to the best of us. I did get horned at. How rude. Now, did I wish to have a bit more punch in that moment in time? Yes, of course. It would help to build my confidence. Or perhaps a piece of brain would have been more useful. But you see, the beauty of not giving a toss what people think of you is that in such unpleasant situations, you remain calm and relaxed. And you see, moral of the story is that even if you have to, try not to stress. Because it ages all of us ever so terribly. And this is a rabbit hole none of us is getting out. A bit of a sad, yet very funny, and oh so true story. You should see my face. It wasn't pretty. Right, let's check the boot space. So with Toyota, you get 3 different body shapes: hatchback, saloon, and estate. With Suzuki, you only get the most practical one, estate, or as you Yankees like to call it, a station wagon. Now the shape of the boot is extremely practical, 596 liters of space. You also have underfloor storage to keep your spare tire. Very, very handy. And look, you can just fold the back seats. It's so easy. I mean, if this is not enough space to carry your clutter, I don't know what is. And that is enough about the boot space. This is manual, but that's fine. Being a passenger here is surprisingly comfy. I've got plenty of knee room, pretty good headroom, middle seat. Because the floor here is nearly flat, you can actually sit gracefully and like a lady. So for a family, this space is more than enough. So the exterior paint color is looking a little bit sad, as if it's all coming to an end. Well, I know it is, but not yet. I would definitely go for something brighter. Pearl white, blue, or even brown looks so much better. Anyway, onto the cabin, which is identical to the one in Toyota Corolla, just a different badge. Am I surprised? Not at all. The quality of the materials, the fit and finish is actually pretty good. Nice steering wheel, shocker buttons, no mumbo jumbo here. It actually all makes sense. I do like this gear lever, very good. There's plenty of storage space, 12-volt socket, USB-C port. You can pop a bottle of water here, easy. Wireless mobile charging, that is a neat and very handy location. Although here you've got buttons for your seat heating, and very often I knock it and I activate it and I wonder, why is my bottom so hot? Well, this is why. Anyway, onto the infotainment system. We've got a pretty large screen. The system itself is pretty easy, but it's also pretty basic. I'll show you. I I'm not a fan of it, to be honest. So I just activate Apple CarPlay, which you can do wirelessly. Of course, you can do that for Android Auto as well, and it just solves the problem. And then the graphics are pretty good. You've got Google Maps. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. All of this very good. You've got shortcut buttons here for your climate control. You also have traditional knob for volume control. Appreciate it. Traditional knobs for temperature. Very good. It's all laid out nicely. The cabin is pretty basic, I would say, but actually does a very good job. So Swace, Corolla, same cars, and they truly are hard to beat. Cheap to run, good driving dynamics. Being Japanese, they are reliable. You have got to be a really poor unlucky bugger for this car to break. Now the warranty for both brands is 3 years, but check your country because this may differ. Now which one should you go for? I don't have a personal preference. I think it comes down to what's available. How is it priced? Perhaps Suzuki dealership has a better deal going on for you, but also think servicing, and if you live in a cold country where you have to change tires, make it convenient for yourself. What's in your area? But I can see what the fuss is, because if you're looking for the value for money, it's right here. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.